Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. An episode of Divorce Court with Judge LYNN Toler, the best just I've ever listened to. Words of wisdom lie within her. Okay, let's go see what we have from her today.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Rochelle Ray and Andre Ingram. The two of you have been together for 6 years. You have a 2-year-old together. Ms. Ray, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're seeking to end it here today?
When I first met Andre, he was a very persuasive, strong-minded, very well-spoken gentleman, and now he just lacks a backbone. He's not the same man that I fell in love with and that I met.
Well, what happened to him?
I don't know, he just changed.
From what to what? Give me an example of the guy he was as opposed to the one he is today.
For example, he doesn't stand up for me any longer. He tries to mediate situations between me and other people. Like when we were...
Give me an example.
We were with the we were visiting with our family, and we were staying at a hotel, and the young lady at the front desk, she was a little bit too aggressive toward me, and I became aggressive back, and I was pregnant, and Andre sided with her. It was some graffiti on the wall, and she asked me if I did it. I wanted to know why she felt the need to seclude me and ask if I did it, or if anyone in my party did it. And I asked her about that, and she became a little bit belligerent, and I became belligerent as well. And Andre expressed to her that that's how I am and that's how my attitude is. That's one example of him. Yes.
Is that your attitude?
I become very aggressive when someone is aggressive with me. That's human nature.
No. It's bad emotional management is what it is.
No, I don't curse and I don't get loud. I don't get belligerent, but I speak to people in the same tone of voice that they speak to me.
So they're dictating they're dictating your response.
You can say that, then.
How often I'd say like in a month, do you have aggressive conversations with people?
Probably 30 times.
30 times. Yeah. So you have a confrontational situation with somebody every day?
Almost, yes. Yep.
Now, does that seem right to you?
No.
And why do you think it's that way?
I don't know. People try to become condescending. I was a little bit heavier then. I was about 420 pounds, and I'm not anymore. I'm about 200 and some odd pounds. I'm over 200 pounds.
And good for you. Good for you.
People think that they can talk to you any type of way when you present yourself a certain way. And I feel like some people were becoming
condescending. Well, are you still confrontational today?
Not to this day, no. I'm very blessed and I'm a very positive person. I just react to people the way that they do. I don't curse and I don't.
But I'm saying, in the past 30 days, how many times have you had a confrontational situation with somebody?
Oh, recently, none.
None
0.
whatsoever.
No, this is past tense.
Okay.
But Andre feels the need to mediate a situation, and he'll always side with the other person. And then it came out that she was wrong, and the manager, I had to get the general manager involved because she already had it in her mindset that we did it, and he played the videotape, and he saw that was not so.
Okay.
So preconceived notions.
Mr. Ingram, do you have another version of that event, or is that fairly accurate?
Yes, it is. I mean, I don't know, because at the same time, I didn't know what was. You didn't
know what was transpiring. You didn't know what was happening.
Over the phone and everything else, so I didn't know what was happening. So.
And this is how he always is. I have to take control of situations. He's taking his time to explain the situation to you when he can just tell you what you want to know.
See, now, Ms. Ray, there's your problem right there. He was trying to explain something to me, and you jumped in because he wasn't explaining it.
I'm trying to help him.
No. Now I'm trying to explain something to you, and you are interrupting me. You don't know what I'm going to say. You act like you do, but you don't, because you're not up in here. And what I'm trying to tell you is, I see the source of your problem right here. I see it. And to the extent that you do not let me speak, you won't see it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He can't be a leader, which is what you're looking for, a man. He can't be upfront alpha dude if you don't let him do his thing. He wasn't explaining to me fast enough for you.
Your Honor,
So
romantic
that's
pictures of
and
me and
then
my
you're
child.
interrupting me
Yes.
again. You got an attitude problem over there, Ms. Ray. You got an attitude problem. I'm telling you that. I sit here all day long and talk to people. I usually don't have to yell at all, but you got a attitude problem. Is that not right, Mr. Ingram?
Yes, ma'am. That is right. Very bad attitude problem.
Could you
Out of this
give
world.
me a circumstance where you felt her attitude got you two into some difficulty?
Back home in Mississippi, I mean, it was some problems, that occurred and everything else, and it was because of her. And I seen the attitude. I mean, she was like a dog, just after people. And I'm like, it's not that serious.
I'm a dog after people.
To like,
So am I foaming at the mouth?
No, that's not what he was
just
using
angry.
a metaphor.
A metaphor of me being an animal.
Your
Wow.
attitude was like, ooh, Ms. Ray, let me work with you for a minute here. Cause you and I are not on opposing teams. You and I are on the same side. You and I both want you to be okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Both of us want that.
But can I tell you what he did, though? Can I tell you what he did? You have to hear this.
I don't have to do anything. That's number one. Number two, Ms. Ray, I'm trying to work for you here, and you gotta let me. And in order for me to work for you, you have to let me guide you in the way I need you to go. You're not contented. And you're not contented because you continue to pursue what you want in a manner that doesn't provide for contentment. And what I'm going to do today, I'm gonna be the queen of everything today if I can get you out of here feeling good and happy. That's what I'm gonna try to do. You understand that, Ms. Ray? But you gotta work with me. You gotta work with me. I can't take you in a fight, but I got Joe.
Understood.
You understand what I'm saying?
Understood.
Check this out. I'm about to ask you what it is you were dying to say. You know why I'm gonna ask you what you were trying to say?
Yes.
Because you complied. And having complied, you get what you want. So tell me what you had to say.
I was trying to say that Andre, I tried to allow him to take the leadership role, but one situation, a man took photos of me and my son that we were doing a ride share with, and the man came and knocked on our door of our residence the next morning, and Andre did nothing. I'm the one that had to be the aggressor in that situation once again.
What was going on? Why did he take the picture? I don't understand.
Because Andre had told him that we were going to be taking a trip to Las Vegas, and we decided not to go with him when we realized his trunk was broke. And Andre decided not to go with him, and he came knocking on our door aggressively, trying to figure out why we didn't want to go. He wanted money.
Oh, because he came out to pick you up and you guys didn't want to go.
Yes.
So he wanted money to deal with the situation.
Yes.
For his time for coming all the way out there.
Yes,
Is that what
even
you're
though he
telling me?
lived around the corner.
And Mr. Ingram wouldn't come to the door. He made you go.
Yes.
Mr. Ingram,
No,
why
that's
don't you
not true.
tell me about that?
That's
Is that
not true. That's not true
Well,
at
you
all.
tell me what happened.
I came there to the door, and this man just boom, 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 and I opened the door, and I'm like, she just come in, and I'm like, she just, and I'm like, okay, all right, you want to handle it? Go ahead. So
Did he
at
come
the
to
same
the
time,
Did he come to the door first?
I ran
Yeah,
to
but
the
he
door.
didn't do anything. You need
I
to
mean,
deal.
I'm
You
like
don't
a
take
dog
pictures
running,
of my son.
to the door. If somebody banging, boom, 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 I'ma run.
But you don't
You know
take pictures
exactly
of
to
my
the
son
door.
and walk away. That's not gonna happen.
Okay. Mr. Ingram, why do you think your relationship has been unsuccessful?
I don't know, it's just attitude on top of attitude, and then I'm lying about everything,
Because you
and
do.
I'm like, what am I I'm lying about?
Everything.
I tell
He's
you
lying
everything.
to you right now.
Stop.
No,
He's
I'm not
concocting
lying.
up a lie to tell you right now as he's
I'm telling you the
speaking.
truth. And at the same time, I just want all of that stuff there to just stop. I tell you something that's real. I'm not finna, tell you nothing that's fake or anything else like that of that nature, I mean, at the time, I'm at the store, she sent me there to the store and everything else, and at the same time, I look for the certain item and the item is not there. I asked the person, is it, any of them
In the back and stock.
and everything else in stock, and at the same time, he was like, well, no, so I come back, tell her, she like, I bet you, you know what I'm saying, you lying and everything else like that. So I'm like, no, I'm not lying. Call him and see.
And then when I call him and see, it's a lie. It is
It's on
stock.
shelf. It's on the shelf and everything else. So I'm like, wow. I mean,
Well, did you
how that
lie?
happened that fast? I mean, for real.
Did you lie?
No, I did not lie on
Yes, he
that. I
did.
told the truth on it.
You say he lies all the time. Can you tell me what he lies about and why you believe he is such a persistent liar?
Something wrong with him mentally. He'll lie about being on social media. He'll lie about purchasing items that'll come to our house, and he'll say that he did not purchase those items as if we have a secret stalker living somewhere just sending packages to our house. That's what he does. He does stuff like that. When he lost his job, he kind of became a little less, what's the word I want to come up with? He was a lot less ambitious. And he was more content with sitting on the couch, watching sports, purchasing sports memorabilia, and then he lies about it. I'll catch him on the phone and I'll ask him, "Are you looking for a job?" And he'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm putting in an application right now." And he'll be,
And I do.
And I'll look
I
in
put
his
in
search
applications.
history. I'll look in his search history, and I'll find out that he was looking up sports memorabilia or he was on social media.
Is he still unemployed? How long has he been unemployed?
He is working, doing like temporary right now. Doing temporary
But he is working.
part-time. Yeah.
But he
because
is
of
working.
me, I'm the one that put in the application.
Did she have to put in an application for you in order for you to get a job at a temp agency?
That was the first application I told her to, put in and everything else. So at the same time, I did lie about the school thing and everything else. And at the same time, I have a son. I have to take care of my son. He cannot eat no degree or anything else like that. And at the same time, I worry about working, making money, bringing it in. So I have to do what I have to do.
Oh, he can't eat your degree. Let me tell you, I'm feeding a few people off mine. Do you understand what I'm saying? It may
Yes,
not
ma'am.
be quickly,
That's
it
true.
may not be right to the plate. It's not a microwavable meal, but it's a full one.
Yes.
And education will do that for you.
But he doesn't
So
think
why
that
don't you
way.
tell me about the lie and the $400?
Well, this gentleman right here told me that he had enrolled in classes at college and that he was taking 12 college credits. He had 12 credits. He made up the classes he was in. He came back. He went out and bought textbooks. I gave him the money to buy textbooks.
That's the $400 you're suing him for,
Yes,
correct?
and he went and got a backpack too. He is so delusional. Like seriously.
Mr. Ingram, did you have a whole construct in your head about how you were going to school and how many credits and a backpack?
Yes, I did.
Did all that happen?
Yes, I
For
did.
what
but-
purpose did you construct that less than real world?
I mean, at the same time, I was out looking for a job and everything else, and
With a backpack
we
and
need
school
money.
books.
We got bills. We need money and everything else. And at the same time, I told her about it, and she just flipped out on me.
I think I know what's happening. You know something that right now, Ms. Ray, I'm gonna give you this $400 because he lied to you about it. He took it under false pretenses. What he did with it, I do not know. But so I'm gonna give you that $400. Now let me tell you something. He lies to you because he's scared of you. Seriously. No, I'm serious.
I'm the sweetest
No,
person.
no, 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 Miss Ray, hang on. And I think you're angry because you don't know your own value and worth. And I think you're fighting in a world that you think perceives you as less than because you had all that weight and you weren't the establishment's definition of pretty. Women of color worry about it all the time. We worry about the color of our skin and the texture of our hair. Then we live in a image-obsessed society where a size 6 is cool, size 8 maybe, at 10 and up you're not good anymore, and you've been faced with a world that keeps slapping with you. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. So you become angry in response, and anything that anyone says to you that could possibly be taken negatively, that's the way you take it because you're playing defense all the time. And what I want to say to you is, you a bad chick because you lost that, 120 pounds? I don't know what it was. Extraordinary thing that you did. And I want you to believe in your beauty because you will be happier. I believe in your value and your worth. I want you to believe in your value and worth. And then the world becomes a less hostile place. And you have the right to have the peace and joy that accompanies not being angry all of the time and not seeing the need to fight all the time. And then the people around you will become softer and more able and more accommodating and caring towards you because you bring that towards you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So stop fighting that fight. I'm gonna give you this $400. If I were you, I would take it and get some help. Just say, go see somebody. I got psychiatrists on speed dial. Talk to them all the time. I want to be the first one to know where my fears are, where my weaknesses are, what's wrong with me, what I'm not able to do, because I want to be peaceful and happy and content within myself. And I can't do that fighting with nobody. I can only do it fighting the worst of me. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
$400 in favor of Ms. Ray. It is so worth it.